Hello, Robert's class. Uh, this here is just the interface. These are the pH probes, and they connect to these. These boxes are signal amplifiers, and the signal amplifier connects to this interface. This interface is for you to read the pH. Now, you don't have to push any buttons to get this reading. You just have to plug this into here, all right? And there are several things to be careful of. The interface is quite old, and so the batteries don't hold any charge anymore, so you need to keep this plugged in using the wall wart, which I will include in this bag here. Now, there are the pH. Okay, the actual interface unit is not very delicate. It's quite durable. The amplifiers are also quite durable. But what is extremely delicate is the pH probe itself. Let me show you. Okay, the pH probe is based on a very fragile glass bulb. You could see that in there. That glass bulb is made of some glass that is very thin. H plus ions, or H3O plus ions, are meant to pass directly through the glass. So the glass is that thin, right? So when you want to measure the pH of something, you have to rinse this off. I have right here tap water, and I don't think you have distilled water available on campus, so you might have to use just drinking water, which is cleaner than tap water, to rinse off the pH probe. So as you could see, I'm using tap water. As you could see, the tap water is not neutral. Its pH is about 8 in Los Angeles. I don't know what it is in Calabasas. But you got to rinse this off, and if you want to dry this off, you can wipe the pH probe blue surface with a paper towel, but you do not wipe the fragile glass bulb in there. If you want a very accurate pH reading, you can use a soft tissue and pat the bulb inside dry very gently, right? And then you would be good to go. Now, it's very important that you never let the bulb dry out. So when you are not using this, you just shake off the rinse water and you put it back into the electrode solution. So you would have to there is a little O-ring here, so you have to scoot that down. You got to scoot down the O-ring so that you can screw this cap onto the electrode solution. The electrode solution is not water. These things cannot be stored at pH 7. They cannot be stored in pure water or even drinking water. The electrode solution is quite a concentrated salt solution. It's supposed to be pH 4, but these electrode solutions are quite old, and they are not pH 4, but they are quite high concentration salt solutions. That's what's necessary for long-term storage of a pH probe. Okay, so when they're not in use, you just tap off the excess water gently, and then you got to screw this on pretty tight. Right, screw this in here pretty tight. All right. And that's how to do this. Okay, let me show you how these get put together. So I'm gonna, it's not necessary to turn this off. It's desirable, but not necessary. These are very old, so you can just unplug it to turn it off. Right? Now, this plugs in like this. Now, it doesn't plug in like this. It has to plug in this way, and that's because if you look here, this length of blank space is shorter than this length of blank space, and that corresponds to the socket. This length of blank space is shorter than that length of blank space. Right? So it has to plug in a certain way. You got to plug it in pretty snugly. It's meant to be easy, right? And then I deliver this with the probes detached. Okay, this is called the BNC connector. So you have to. There is a peg there. You could see the peg right there. It goes into a slot. Can you see the slot? Yeah, it goes into this slot. There's a slot right there. It goes into the slot, and then you twist this. Right? I deliver this detached because I don't want this wire to be stretched and pulled during the transit or during the delivery. So I just keep that separate so that the connection inside this connector, it will not be loosened, you know. Okay, so you just put that together, and you don't need both of them, so you could just have one of these in here. Let me show you. So I'll just plug this back in. It plugs into here. Now this is also, this connection, this power connection is also pretty old, quite delicate, so it's a bit picky, you know. There's a green LED somewhere here that turns on when the power is on. I don't see it yet, but yeah, I don't know where the green LED is. That's weird. I mean, it's right here. It's supposed to be here, but I'm not sure why that didn't turn on when I turned on the power. But anyways, you could see that one interface can take one sensor, or you could use two sensors on the same interface. I'm including two interfaces. This interface is called the GLX. I'm including two GLXs, two pH sensor, which is a signal amplifier, and two pH probes, okay? Thanks a lot.